How many gamers didn't show? How many bands at Ludwig Low? Where were you while we were playing Melee? Smash or shooting basketballs? 8-year-olds are playing Brawl. Where were you while we were playing Melee? Cause someday you will find me watching Cody H-Box. No more Chantilly, we've moved to Baltimore. Cause Swedish people bought the Dulles Expo Center. And now there's just a massive self-assembly home goods superstore.
Welcome to Fourside Fights featuring B-Bats,
Oh god, I'm blurry.
Dark Gen X, Kirby Kaze, and Elemental Penguin. Citizens of Fourside, I'm Jagzilla, and I know, number one, 10 years ago this month was EVO 2016 Grand Finals. No pop-off has ever been as good. Number two, I think tournaments need to run more ads during games. Only people who know how to find event Slippy files deserve to watch the whole match. Number three, you should follow my Letterboxd account, Hello Jack H. I'm tryharding over there, even on shitty James Bond movies. And number four, events are doing thumbnails for their matches wrong. They should be putting little slices of the actual player footage rather than the Marth and then the Fox and all this kind of nonsense. Let's go to each side. Is this take that I stole from Ipengu correct? Let's go to our long-lost Fourside champion and the only rivals of Aether player I know. He's filling in for Spark. It's B-Bats.
I just get to pick one, right?
Yeah, yes or no? Do you think that events are doing thumbnails wrong?
Oh, the thumbnails one? Alright. Do I think events are doing thumbnails wrong? I do, but I think that they should just be directly zoomed in on the lower seeded player, so it's kind of like a mystery surprise of who you get.
Oh,
that's my
very
mental.
Interesting. Let's go to the fastest ice climbers of them all. Fact checked by Lucky Stats Patriots. True, it's Dark Gen X.
Yes, YouTube thumbnails are wrong, but no, Elemental Penguin is not correct on how we need to fix them. We need to improve the SEO for the Gen Z. We need to take all of our top players that are recognizable, turn them into Mr. Beast heads, and clickbait the ever-living fuck out of these videos. You want to see Zane pointing, pogging, as a 17-year-old Luigi player destroys him at Genesis? That's 1 million views right there.
That's really good. Let's go to the celebrated coach, player, Ness Understander. Very relevant this episode. It's Kirby Kaze.
I think that there needs to be a change up, but I don't, because they all do kind of blur together. But I don't know if we want to put Mr. Beast heads on everything. That seems like a bit much.
And finally, my SSBM blurb editor who tells me I have a, quote, deadline. It's Ipengu.
Deadline was 2 days ago at this point. Yeah, thumbnails are wrong. If you took a literal screenshot of this Twitch stream you're seeing right now and put it up, it would have more essence and place and time than any thumbnail or Christopher Nolan adaptation of The Odyssey. You would immediately know what you're getting.
Okay, welcome to Fourside Fights. We've got 4 outstanding guests today who are going to act as pundits as I throw topic after topic at them. They'll give their takes. If they're entertaining or interesting, I'll give them points. If they're boring, unreasonable. Oh, Jesus, I messed it up for the first time ever. If they're boring, repetitive, or patently unreasonable, I'll subtract points. I want to take points off me. And of course, I can mute any contestant at any time for any reason. The winner with the player with the most points at the end is our winner. They get to commentate the 3 losers as they take it to Fourside in a free-for-all so we can see exactly how their punditry translates to Melee. I'm shook. Mewtwo King is back. After years of soft retirement, coaching DMs that should be classified as harassment in any corporate workplace, and playing Hungry Box's matches for him at the Hungry Games, the King is stepping back into brackets for real. The last time Mewtwo King unretired, we got the Return of the King in 2013, unless you count the Big House 9. So pundits, what can we actually learn from watching one of the 5 gods re-enter the modern meta? Is this a science experiment, a nostalgia tour, or a real threat? Anybody can take it.
All right, I'll give my opinion on this one, all right? Because the only thing I'm thinking when I see that is, holy shit, Armada's still the best player of all time, and it's just not even close. Oh my god, if you just airdrop him in, put him in right now, hit him with a controller, I swear to god, he owns that bracket. It's not close. Are you kidding me, Jack? What the fuck are you doing?
Thank you, Peach player, for your take on Armada. Very, very unbiased. Are we going to ignore the 5 years?
Player.
Yeah. You play Peach in another game. The point is, are we going to ignore the 5 years of results that Mewtwo King had before this? Like, it's a great performance. I think that it would be crazy to say Mewtwo King could not be a top, 20 player, even a 10 player again if he's in practice. That's ridiculous. But I think the pendulum has swung really, really far from one event. Is anyone saying OG Kid is a top 10 player because he beat Wizzy at a monthly last year? No. Are people saying that Mewtwo King is a top 10 player because he beat Wizzy and S2J back-to-back? It's a fantastic set of wins, but he is not a top 10 player right now. Are we ignoring that last year he lost to Foxy Grandpa for, I think, 9th at the same tournament? He lost to Ultra's Dr. Mario for, I think, 5th or 4th at the cash box, I think, a week prior. He's really good. I think that he is incredible at edge guarding, and that has not left his blood. But there is an entire field of hungry top 100 up-and-comers and this new era of players who would show very quickly that he is not a top 10 player right now. All love and respect, though.
I guess I'd say about Mewtwo King is that because it's such a volatile record and it's so infrequent, I don't really think there's a whole lot of results-based stuff that we can really discern from it that's going to be meaningful. That said, I think that if we treat it more like a case study, I think there's a lot of good foundational stuff in his play that's still quite relevant. The fact that he's willing to camp Wizrobe, who's that's really difficult. Wizrobe's reactions are super good. That's one of the things he's famous for. But Mewtwo King is able to still push that Sheik has full screen elements and Falcon does not into a winning strategy, into a way to progress his game plan forward that actually does change the texture of how that matchup looks. Because normally we see the Sheik trying to get in, but he's just not even bothering because he doesn't have to. So I think Mewtwo King makes us question do we actually have to go in or not? Do we actually have to do something or not? And I think that's worth looking at.
I want to tell you guys the story of a young warrior who had the highest midichlorian count ever recorded by the name of Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be the chosen one. No one was supposed to be able to stand up to him. But what happens when Anakin goes up against Obi-Wan? He gets his fucking nuts chopped in half because he's going up against his mentor. He's going up against the man who not only knows him, but the man who made him. Who did M2K beat at this tournament? He beat, Far, S2J, Shroomed, and Wizrobe. Yeah, Wizrobe is a good win, but you're telling me that M2K doesn't know that guy inside and out? Shroom just had Vietnam War flashbacks to Shine 2018 as soon as he saw the guy. And then it's another Sheik to do. Okay, come on. And then S2J, right? I imagine he's also having his own PTSD moment. Anakin was the stronger Jedi, but he can't beat Obi-Wan. So when Obi-Wan comes back, who do you expect to win?
Yeah, that makes sense. This is kind of a follow-up thought experiment while the King's in the room. Are we, as a community, worse at the game now than we were in 2013? 3 of you seem to say no. Maybe 2 of you. I don't know where it's at. But tech skill, frame data knowledge, planned sequences are sometimes light years ahead of what you can watch from the old footage. But what about adaptation? What about the big stage nerves and mind games? In what ways could the 2013 scene genuinely be better at Melee than us? And in what ways do we crush them like ants?
I think we're much more bitch-made about seeding now. I think people will see the bracket and just crash out immediately. You would get whatever you got in 2013, and you would just take it like a champ. No matter what you got. If you're chewed at running into a bunch of peaches, you're going to pull out your puff, you're going to pull out your Ganon, and you're going to win anyway. It doesn't matter. We can learn so much from the balls of steel that our old age top players had. Gameplay-wise, we are significantly better, though. It is not even a question. It's Coffee Mate versus Hydrogen Bomb. This is not... I don't think anyone can argue against that.
No. M2K, a player who famously never complained about seeding in 2013.
But he was an anomaly. It wasn't a bunch of Mewtwo Kings. You go to Melee Online expert chat, and there's 300 Mewtwo Kings who say they are not Mewtwo King.
Mewtwo King didn't get worse at Melee. We all became Mewtwo King.
Look, is there anything that 2013 players were better at than us? Dashing back without UCF. Sung was better at shield dropping than us for a little bit, right? I think there are legitimate changes to what has been tested, but other than that, I think that there are certain intangible skills where you can say 2013 Armada probably has a way of thinking about the game that is unparalleled in regards to other players, but does that lead to dubs against this age of players? Come back, Adam. I saw that you're doing well on your PRs. Maybe we can take a break.
I think that the 2013, I am a little privileged here because I actually was a top player in that era. So I would say that the metagames are just not comparable. Like the defense in particular has gotten to such a point where the skill in the 2013 was really just being able to string together like a death combo. If you could do that, then you could like just farm a tournament. Hell, that's how I did it. I think that nowadays there's more of an emphasis on the micro interactions that follow an escape from a combo. So I would say that whole dimension of skill is a lot more expanded. So yeah, it's a totally different landscape. I would say that we were much less bitch made about seeding, but that's also because social media wasn't really a thing. So I'm not really sure that that's like people. I think that's just the tools weren't there. We weren't enabled yet.
Yeah, I'll just say.
I gave you a point for Ipengu saying something nice about Armada. Anytime any other pundit says something nice about Armada, I'll give you one of these points back that you lost at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those. We're gonna go downhill from here, man. But overall, I will say, as someone who was watching Melee when I was 10 years old in 2013, I do think that we are so much better technically, so much better game plan wise now, but there is a little bit of heart lost in it all, and I think it's because like we play this game so separately from each other now. Like we're so far apart all the time. Like you go to your local once a week, but most people's experiences, especially like mine as a top person who got good in the modern day, was good in the modern day. It really is. Most of my hours are at home alone, and I think that there is a consequence to that. And I've actually been trying to go to a lot more locals for rivals because of that, because I think it's important to foster that competitive spirit outside of like, you know, in your bedroom, because you just suck outside of it because you're so uncomfortable the whole time.
That actually, there's something that I've noticed about new gen players compared to like old heads. New gen players are more likely to turn the music and the game audio off because they got it as a computer fighting game, whereas we played it as a console game. So the alternatives for us were no sound, no music, or neither. Or like none of either. Yeah. But with nowadays, because it's like more of like a thing it's really more of a computer game. So it's like that's the main mode we play. It's not on a console. It's not Slippy. So I feel like people wind up not learning audio cues a lot of the time. Like really useful. There's a lot of really useful like little things we know, like how Sheik does the 2 sound, or like how there's certain cues to like how Ice Climbers wave dash that you can use that they telegraph themselves. But like people just don't know the stuff.
I'll also say one lost art that Billy did remind me of. We're so much worse at shit talking Hungrybox in general, but specifically shit talking Hungrybox. We've lost that time-honored tradition. You can go and watch the Just Beatbox video of him hosting Hungrybox for Genesis and mercilessly verbally assaulting him and calling him shit the entire time, in addition to obviously Brandon versus Hungrybox, one of the greatest sets of all time. And I think that is a skill we need to bring back. And
I feel like he's just too powerful now.
He's got so much money.
I'm saying.
You can say anything you want to him and he'd just say, "I'm rich," over and over.
He was at those fucking World Cup games, man. I can't even imagine.
He bought him. He didn't even have him. Shit. He was like, watch my spread. He did a ticket spread, not even a fucking money spread.
No Klarna. That shit probably wasn't even on credit. That shit just came out the fucking account.
All he has to do is ask you whether you flew like coach or first class, and then
he'll laugh at you from his jet.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Our next topic, the Egg Dog House Party, ran again at the end of June. And it was a Fourside alumni showcase. Dark Gen X beaten Aklo from the winner's side before falling to Himmigrants, while the Weapon scrapped his way deep into the bracket before falling to Fiction's Fox. Is this the strongest evidence yet of the Fourside bump? How scared should the top 50 be of Dark Gen X's Ice Climbers? And what is the weapon's actual ceiling?
I mean, they should be terrified of Dark Genix because ice climbers are terrifying. Like, that's how they're always scary. Like, even if it doesn't matter if they suck, if they're secretly viable, if they're secretly top tier, it doesn't matter. They can kill you in a hit. Like, it's their power. They make people shit themselves when they come on. As for the weapon, limitless. He's young. He plays Falco. It could bust her out. He could do it all. Like, who knows?
I think the scariest thing about Justin's Ice Climbers is that he doesn't kill you in a hit. The mental damage when you play this guy is so much worse than any other Ice Climber. I was raised in the polar vortex of Diz Kid Boogie, where one grab did me in death. Justin, he grabs me, I'm fucking chilling. Except I'm not, because it's death by 1,000 tiny hammers and ice blocks, man. And you ask him, like, are you doing that intentionally? Was that a cool handoff? And he's like, no, I can't do it. And that's so much scarier. It's so much scarier because he's beating me at melee over and over and over again. So yeah, he's fucking terrifying. The weapon is scary for mostly reasons unrelated to melee, in my experience with him. But I haven't seen him in a long time. Great wins, Elliot. Good job.
You know, Justin, you really piss me off. I love you. But for so long, you were always like, man, I could never do it. Like, I'm not good enough. Like,
yes,
I'm never going to be able to do it.
So fucking annoying.
It was the most annoying shit I've ever dealt with. And now, this motherfucker 3 stocks Aklo, game 1 of Grands, and I know that in the back of his head, he was like, I'm still never going to be able to do it. And it's like, what else do you need? Like, who has to tell you can just win? You can just beat these people. Like, you're good enough, man. Fuck. Like, just do it. Oh my god, it was pissing me off. Like, oh my god, you're literally, you were primed. Just believe one time.
I'm learning to. I really appreciate the love. So I don't want to talk so much about myself really, but it's more that I'm just very happy that the performance came. I've been putting a lot of work in, and I will do my best to perform in the future. I do want to talk about Elliot though, because I've known this kid since he was like 13 or 14. We were both at a time the 2 most prolific shit posters in the Vancouver official BC Smash community Facebook group. And for a very long time, people treated both myself and him like jokes. I am beyond overjoyed that the Bad Melee Podcast alum and Fourside Fights alum is here beating Nun and Aura and Sunsei, beat all 3 of them this year within a 2-month period. That is absolutely batshit insane. Like, and obviously, as for myself, like, I beat 404 Cray twice. I was doing pretty well at events. I beat Sunsei and Aklo this, which is, impressive as well. And, like, I just think that Elias had a long time coming for this. He beat Null a couple of years back, too. He's always been really good, just never really put it all together. In regards to, should the top 50 be afraid? Be afraid of Elliot. He's really, really good. He's going to be top Summer 30. For me, you shouldn't be afraid at all. You heard Elemental Penguin. I can't hand off. Don't practice for me. Don't warm up at all.
Trying to lower your defenses. Don't trust him.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about at all. Don't practice.
I do just want to say, I do think the thing about both of their runs is the Sunsei win. Like, no shade to Aklo, that's my guy, but like when Aklo drops a set to someone, I am sometimes like, okay, it's Aklo.
Yeah.
Both of the Sunsei wins is fucking crazy. Props to both of you guys. That's insane.
No, I agree with that, but I also want to say the reason why I don't think the Aklo win is as, like, prolific in my mind as the Sunsei win is because, like, you and Aklo are from the same region. Like, you've played Aklo. Yeah. You've played Aklo a million times. You're going to pick up one. Like I beat Aklo at, like, Riptide. And when I beat Aklo at Riptide, that wasn't the win that I was, like, the proudest of, because I was like, of course, like, we've run this set 10,000 times. If I don't win one of them, I'm ass. Like I have to take one of them home.
I think it's just crazy that, like, the only that was the first time I've ever taken a game off of his Fox, and the first time I've ever done it is the time I beat him. Like, it just felt so surreal.
And it was out of region, so it was real. If you did it at an OS, it wouldn't have felt as real. Yeah.
Yeah, like Bon and Tatsuo and Ipudo have all taken sets off him, but none of them have done it at, like, an event that really, like, counts for the rankings. So
that happens more often than you might think, though. Like,
it does.
Yeah, like, I remember, like, way back, like, eons ago when, we still rubbed Pikachus together for electricity. It was just, like, yeah, no, I was, like, 2-27 with Ryan Ford. And, like, he destroyed me. And, like, the 2 that I won were early on. Like, He was on like a 26 or something win streak on me, and then then I played him at Big House and beat him to like 3-1. And
There are a
it's
couple
just
of these in
yeah,
history, and
it
they're always
happens.
kind of beautiful.
It's like
Yeah.
I think it's the different environment plays a role. Like you're not it's not the monotony of like, I'm at the nightclub or whatever your local is, and I'm fighting this guy who always whoops my ass again. Instead, it's just like, oh, there's like a whole new world of possibilities here. And like I feel like the stakes are higher.
Yeah, I think the vibes change when the lighting is different and the chairs are different. Like the vibes.
Speaking of the environment being different, get on my level. Canada's premier fighting game championship is this weekend. 500 plus entrants, and most of the top 10 will be showing up. The real main event, of course, is Cruise. The home team of Ontario includes MGMG, Eric Marr, Goose Khan, Zuppy Moki, Sunsei, and Nunn, defending the red and white flag against the invading tri-state army of Frieza, Sping, Mop Money, Judy, Poodle, Dark Gen X, Aklo, and J-Mook. Who do you think will win?
So some of you might know that I graduated from film school 2 years ago. I'm a screenwriter and a director. And so I consider myself a little bit of an expert in these films, and I've watched a lot of short films in my time. And I would love to introduce you guys to an underground short film that you don't know, that is Jackzilla versus Mar. It's avant-garde. It's stunning. You won't expect the ending. And I think that film, in and of itself, as well as MGMG losing to me last week, is proof that this is an easy fucking tri-state dub. Easy fucking tri-state dub. Don't think about the gameplay, think about the art, is what I would say.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense to me. Anybody else got something to say?
Yeah,
I feel like
No,
okay.
you go ahead.
I feel like our crew is probably stronger, but I feel like we also have 5 foxes and 2 falcons, so our capacity to shit the bed is unparalleled. Like we could just blunder this so badly. And yeah, like I think it'll be a good one either way, but my god, are we a volatile batch.
Yeah, to pair it off of that, like, I think on paper, like player to player, the Ontario crew should be stronger. But the fact that you have all fast fallers besides one Marth, and you are dealing with FD with 2 Marths in E-Poodle and Jude, and Ice Climbers, Bing the Cody Slayer, and a bunch of foxes who were born and raised under the hallowed halls of Etai and Mott Money and Musco God, and all of the greatest foxes that Rutgers Melee has to produce, and we have Aklo, and we have J-Mook, like, things can go very wrong very, very fast. I don't know. I think the fact that you're going to have to play, 5 different sets on the purple stage as fast fallers looks kind of rough if anything goes wrong. So
everybody's always telling me Fox is broken, but then if I get a team of all foxes, they're screwed.
Because we have one stage. You only have one stage. Like, if you have one stage, if the only stage of the game is FD, right? Like, I don't think Fox is one on the tier list.
It's a no bans. It's a no bans.
I don't believe there are bans.
I'm commentating it, so I should know this. You're playing.
They haven't. I don't know. I've been under the assumption they have not told me there are bans or no bans.
Yeah, I just think Tri-State is gonna put them in the dirt, and I have full faith. Like, this region is so good, and you guys are just so cold up there. Like, you guys, like, there's no way you guys can handle that. Like, oh my god. Justin, by the way, don't make me nostalgic, man, for the good old days. Don't make me nostalgic hearing about Musco God.
Billy,
fuck,
just because we
have
have 3 tri-state people on, can you do your best Zayd impression of this question to get a little unbiased? What would Zayd say about this?
Zayd.
Why the fuck is it me? Have I ever done a Zayd impression?
Because you're the sub. You're the sub.
I didn't think that was my purpose. I thought I was different. Okay, fuck. Okay, I nope, can't do it.
Oh my god.
Literally,
That was
whatever
an
you would have
opportunity to
said.
get a lot of points.
Whatever you said on the impression, I would have just said that
It was a
Tri-State beat NorCal, SoCal, the crew that Zayd was on. But we're never getting it.
I'm going to keep it 100. I don't think they got a chance. I think the Foxes are going to get down thrown. I think that they're all going to be whooped. See, this is all you have to do. You have to understand.
But like, Zayd would never say that he hates Fox.
Ooh,
he hates Fox with a burning passion. He would never say that he thinks Fox is overpowered. The clown there is Zayd.
That's true. You got me. but the vibes on these foxes are off.
Give yourself the points. Give yourself the points that Billy should have had.
Wait,
it's
can I
so
rent that?
easy.
Can I-
He has
wait, can I-
16,
can I
he has
leave?
16 catchphrases, Billy. You couldn't think of one?
No, I could have, but I just love him too much to impersonate him on the grand stage.
Listen.
Zane
It
only
takes the
talks
edge
to me
off.
now.
It takes the
Zane
edge
only
off.
talks to me now when I buy a controller.
Okay. You gotta know your dealer. Sometimes you invite the dealer in and you do something together, and then you go on from there. Region war aside, someone has to actually win this thing. Cody Schwab is missing. Zane is looking to win again. The field is Hungrybox, Wizro, Moki, Sunsei, Rat Monster, Salt, Jmook, Ossify, Dark Gen X, Lod, many, many, many more. Gommel has a habit of producing chaotic brackets. I want y'all to lock in your winner and tell me who is the one player that Zane specifically does not want to see on his half of the bracket.
I'm going to take this one first again, and it's because I see the title there and I don't want to get jumped. It says this one is Rishi. I have a lot of love for my podcast co-host, but I think it's the other Malhotra brother who is a fucking demon in this bracket. You take a look at Lod's bracket. Not only is he supposed to play the winner of Rat Monster and Rishi, his brother. So both good matchups for him. He's never lost to Rap M before. We've seen Rap M. He's even with Aura, but he can struggle in that matchup. You look past that, it's Moki Aklo, and then you go up, and the bracket above that is an abomination because it's Hungrybox versus Jmook and like 14 Icies who are going to murder Jmook. Lod can beat Hbox, we've seen it before, and if one of those Icies by some miracle manages to go through Jmook and Hungrybox gets upset, it's Lod versus Zane right there in the grand winners finals.
I have to stop you. I was so following your logic until you said, oh, Lod's beaten Hbox, so don't worry about that one.
He's like the best peach in the world versus Puff.
So fun fact, do you know Hbox on ranked as of yesterday was 140 and 1 in sets? Do you know who the one loss was?
Goat. I know. It was Goat.
I normally don't support other panelists' takes, but the stats
Lod is the best peach in the world versus Puff. And I do think
a better job of convincing me than Zane just did. I don't care if you're the best peach in the world against Puff. It's still peach Puff. You're just changing 90-10 to 90 to 85-15.
I will just say the real thing about that is just that yes, Hbox is hard, but it's doable. But there are so many ice climbers lurking right there in that part of the bracket also. And if any of them make it through, like if Slug makes it through, then Lod has a free run to, I think, Zane, which is honestly, I think he's one of probably the hardest matchups of like a sub top 10 player in the world for Zane. I think there's very few other people.
You're losing the game. Come back.
Okay, I got you. All right. I think so my pick to win Gommel is probably gonna be Cake Assault, right? Like that's the go-to number one pick. Like we gotta pick Cake Assault for number one.
Sure.
But if we're going for like an underdog pick here, I unironically think that Salt has a really good bracket to go really far. I think that her Zetterburn's been cooking. She has a few people and a few matchups that she's pretty comfortable with and just like comboing them, like bigger characters. Then she's got Beastly. And Beastly, Genesis winner, after winning Genesis, still got ranked 9th. Ass. Terrible. Like, we don't even have to talk about him. So she's gonna right through him. And then after that, you've got Sandstorm. And I'm going to be honest here, Brawlhalla players still haven't learned neutral. So, like, we're going to be completely fine there. And then Salt's just going to, like, get to Cake. And then Cake is going to very gracefully be like, Salt, please win. You're better than me. And then Salt's going to go, yeah.
Yeah. So Zane definitely doesn't want to see Cake Assault on his half of the bracket. Yeah. That would be a huge problem. If Cake Assault made it to the winner's side bracket, Zane should be sweating. Dark Gen X.
So I think the thing about Curtis Pratt is that he is a player who, unfortunately to us, gets in his own head sometimes. I think that he puts a lot of pressure. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He puts a lot of pressure on himself. And a lot of the time when he puts the most pressure on himself is when he kind of crumbles. At Don't Bark on the Grass, he had very, very little expectation for himself going into the tournament because of some personal circumstances, everything around it. And we know how history played out. If you have seen Twitter, X.com, the Everything app, the Bluebird, anything, you would have seen that he's been experiencing some very unfortunate back problems. And he is considering DQing out of Supernova, DQing out of CEO, and he's not sure what's going to happen. So he's just going into this not really thinking very much.
Right.
I would be absolutely fucking terrified of a Moki playing with nothing to lose. That is when he shines the most, especially fueled by the fires of the Ontario crowd behind him.
Yeah. He makes it look like an accident. What can you say? Kirby Kaze.
So has Wizard dropped out or something? Because
Wizard
like,
DQ'd.
Okay, Wizard DQ'd. Okay,
Oh,
got
so
it. 'Cause
I
was
said that wrong. When did Wizard DQ? How bad is my data?
4 hours ago.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I did write
You're
the
fine.
topic in between. Yeah,
You don't got Google alerts,
Okay.
Jack?
that's right.
Okay, because yeah, I was looking at the bracket. I was like, wait, like, are we like all ignoring Wizard here? Because that's that's who he's
Yeah,
slated
topic
to play.
written 8 hours ago. Wizard drops out 4 hours ago.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So wait, I guess okay. So fair enough. So I guess it will be Salt Axe. So it'll be Salt Axe, Injure None, something like that. Yeah. I could see some volatility there, but yeah, I think that with Wizard would have been my pick for this, but yeah, if he's dropped out, although Salt, I don't know. I kind of think Salt's been playing really well lately, and I think that she's definitely I think that it would do a lot for her to like really solidify her and push her further to get a Zane win. So I think that she has a lot to gain and very little to lose in that section of the bracket. I would watch out for her. I would be
She's
concerned.
got a hunger lately that reminds me of other players who have sort of ascended to become major winners, where it just seems like every new improved result she gets is just not satisfying enough. Like there is no indication of like feeling like, yes, I've done it. My Melee career is completed. It's just like, nope, hole's still not filled. Nope, still need more.
Here's what I will say, because the question was who Zane's going to be most scared to see. I know one player whose stream Zane won't open when they're playing in the cash box. It's Dial M. He said, I don't want to see what that kid is doing. I don't want to see what he's saying. I don't know what skins he's using. I don't know what words are coming out of his mouth. I don't know the slang. I can't even understand him. And if that kid gets to him, he will be quaking in his boots.
Yeah, he won't even understand it.
Can I just say, I just want to say, my only exposure to Dial M as a player before like all the madness that was this year was Dial M beat a top 15 Rivals player in Rivals. So
Really?
I knew him as he beat Mystery Soul. And I knew about him from that. And then like, so I'm at Genesis and I just find Dial M at a setup and I'm like, can we just play Rivals to warm me up? And the kid just quits out of Melee, comes to play me. I'm rooting for him every single day. Like
Who does he play? Does he play Crag?
He plays Forsburn. Crazy player, cracked out player.
Oh.
Beat genuinely at the time a top 10 arguable player. Like it was actually
that's crazy. That's cool.
All right. After
Super
Gommel,
fun.
the August of Smash continues with Supernova, which broke the all-time entrant record for Melee singles last year with 2,375 Melee players. This year, it's safe to assume that without the Ludwig bounce, the numbers have declined. We have an exclusive Fourside drop from me because the attendees aren't public, but I'm a gamer journalist. The top seeds will include Zane, Cody Schwab, Hungrybox, Moki, Joshman, Axe, Rap Monster, Lod, Aklo, Crudo, Magi, and Slug. There are many other top players. I only asked for a sampling from my source. What percentage of those Ludwig signups do you believe Supernova will retain? Or maybe lose if you want to put it negatively. And will Cody Schwab continue to make 2026 Melee look easy?
Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you this because we also just got Ludwig'd, right, at Evo. Straight up here, Gabe's dead. It's over. Once Ludwig puts his money in, you're never seeing those numbers again. It's not even gonna come close. At Evo, we broke 1,000 We broke 1,000 entrants. I don't think 1,000 people own Rivals 2. You actually couldn't convince me that 1,000 people have booted up Rivals 2 before, and our entrant count was nuts. I know what he did last year. It's not happening again. It's going to be so down. And they moved. Now they're out of the IKEA and they're in fucking Baltimore. Like no, it's cooked.
That's
it's over.
Better. That's a real city.
Grow up.
What do you mean grow up? Okay, yeah, I love the suburbs. I love McDonald's.
You don't love Chantilly?
Oh, I fucking hated where the Supernova venue was. It was
a 3.5 hour drive
where the numbing.
Where the last hour. The last hour, I'm driving through shit I've never seen before.
Oh no, shit I've never seen before. Have you seen The Wire? Then you would be familiar with it. Baltimore forever.
I'm 23!
So what percentage do you think it's going to decline, the entrance? Give me a number.
Like, I think it's going to decline like 50, 60%.
Okay. Kirby Kaze, what do you think?
80. I don't like in terms. Oh, okay. In terms of like people who signed up just for like, do you mean just
That would
people
be
that signed up?
475 entrants.
Oh no. So it was of 2,000. Got it. Yeah, I have 50, 60.
Okay.
Did that whole ass rant, and you just calmly said 80.
80. 80
I
was
fumbled
crazy.
that.
That's okay.
80 was
We love a
crazy.
fumble.
I will say, I think 80's closer than 50, 60.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately. No.
I do have a
It's-
real number here, but I've been asked not to reveal it. I'm just laughing. At
I
the
was
author.
actually going to reveal the number, but if you don't want me to reveal the number,
I mean, Supernova
been
had
asked for
20.
weeks.
Supernova
Yeah.
had 2,400 entrants last year. Does anyone
Yes.
know how many entrants Genesis had this year?
wasn't it like
Under
900
1,000.
something?
Under
Yeah.
1,000 980.
683.
is the Supernova number.
No, this is my guess for Genesis.
Oh, 981 was the Genesis
Oh.
number.
That's great.
Yeah, but that's Genesis versus Supernova. And so I think if we're going as Genesis as like a high
Yeah.
water bench for attendance, then
I think it
think
should
that
be, but yeah, it is in practice.
Yeah, so I think that it always has been. So I think that Supernova will be below that. I think that like 700, 800 is probably a pretty good guess. And I haven't done the actual math on that, but I think that's close.
You are there. You've done it. Let's go to the second part of this. Cody Schwab, making 2026 Melee look easy. Is it over for everybody? Is this a formality? Are we playing for second?
Well,
No.
I'm really happy that he unretired for what is now the double-digit time to come out and beat us all again. It is kind of beautiful in a way, you know? You get to see him come out, you get to see him show up, and he's like, I'm never showing up to something again. And then he shows up, and then he triple shines everybody, and then we all just have to be like, yeah, good job, Cody. And he's just killing it. He's putting us in the fucking dirt.
He
really
always says,
does.
I'm not showing up unless. And we just keep doing whatever he
We
says.
keep
after the
unlessing
word
him.
Unless. Yeah.
A time-honored tradition, to be clear.
I gotta start doing that in Rivals. I could probably get flown out to everything. Like, I'm done. I'm
He
never
really
doing
does
this shit again.
use like Fox, like all the agency Fox offers that we know about, like to just a scary degree. It's crazy watching him work.
It's a horror movie.
Who is his
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Sorry,
Here's the
go ahead.
problem with Cody Schwab at Supernova, is that his Patreon's doing really well. It's doing really, really well. And yeah, he got flown out here because of the Patreon, but I saw that man at Full House, and there was a desperation and a grin. Some might know he didn't know where his next check was coming from, or whatever Jack said in his Lure Blaster. But I mean it honestly. I mean, where's the desperation, Cody? You're like the Yard Junior, man. I can go on there and see how many subs you have, what your monthly income is. I think that there are people who are hungrier, like Salt.
So I'm going to paint a different picture here. Cody Schwab is the best player in the world, without a doubt. Yes, he has won every major. If you look at the actual sets he's played, there are several Game 5 pretty close sets where things could have changed. He lost to Swift at Genesis. He went Game 5 with Salt at Genesis. He went Game 5 with Sunsei at Genesis. He lost to Juan. He went Game 5 with Moki twice, if I'm not mistaken, at that same tournament that he won. He is definitely the best player in the world. He can lose sets. But you have to realize this. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Tipped Off himself, Ohan, is going to be in charge of seeding Supernova 2026.
Please go.
He is going to get the most fucked
fucked.
bracket of his
It's fucked.
entire life.
It's
He
so-
is going to
it's
get
so
like
over.
Morse code, Bing. He's going to get J-Mook in round 1 winners. They're going to throw all 7 plagues at him. It is over. He is getting 13th at Supernova 2026. He's going to get upset in winners by a player who is built in a lab to defeat him, and he's going to lose
There
a
won't be
very
a
close Game
single
5.
fast faller in his fucking bracket.
Moki.
Never seeing a fox. There's no foxes anywhere near him. It's gonna be a fucking desert.
I want
Every other
y'all
Fox
to
is getting banned
remember.
from the tournament.
No. Remember what Roger Federer said in his Dartmouth speech, that
Yes. He only won 53% of the shots that he, of his
That's
points.
right. 54% of total points played. Cody Schwab doesn't need to get all these Game 4, Game 3 wins. He needs to win the games on Game 5. That's what makes him good. It's not that he crushes everybody 3-0, although that's sometimes a part of it. It's that he's extremely clutch. So I'm not really persuaded, Justin. I don't care that he's going to Game 5. He wins.
But
I feel like we don't even remember most of the 3-0s that. I feel like we don't even remember most of the 3-0s that he has because they all blur together at some point.
Yeah.
There's lots of them. It's like these are like we're all citing the exceptions to this, and a lot of these 3-0s are on like literal top 5 players. So it's like I can't.
What he did
I don't know if I can buy this.
Was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was heinous.
Yeah.
Here's how you can judge whether Cody's going to do well. I saw those players listed, right? And it was a Pikachu player. He's famously lost to a Samus player. He's lost to a DK player. So just ask Turn Down for Walt which way the winds are turning. What video he's looking for soon. And you know what? I think he might have run out of characters. I have to say. I don't know who's next. Dr. Mario? Where's Franz and Skullbro? Game and Watch?
Dude, it's hot Stavino summer. Like it's cooked. Like he's gonna get ate up in pools. Like there's just no chance.
It's time. Oh no, sorry, not that topic yet. We're past the halfway point of 2026, which means it's time for a mid-season report. Who is your most improved player or breakout star of the year so far, and who disappointed you? Imagine you all bought and sold stock in a player for 2026 at the end of 2025. Whose stock are you quietly dumping, and who do you wish you'd invested in? So take your minds back to the beginning of the year, and let's compare and contrast. Let's start with Kirby Kaze.
So for who I would be investing in right now, probably Ultra. I feel like Ultra is just insane. He's an absolutely monster of a player. Seems to have like, I know like the doc was like. I feel like the doc was like kind of a meme pick, but I don't know if it's like real or not, but it was funny. And that matters. That's Aura. Beyond that, I'd say like who disappointed? Oh, this hurts to say. Probably like Falco as a character. It's
no
just
kidding.
like anything involving Falco was just like,
is the weapon the best Falco player who's currently active?
No.
Magi and Ginger will be ranked higher, and there's actually 3 other Falcos who will most likely be top 30 and 404 Casey.
And are you buying stock in those Falcos, or are you buying stock in the weapon?
Maybe
I have had stock in
404.
404 Cray for 300 years since I was a child. But sorry,
404 I think is a good
Arthur's
investment, but otherwise Falco's and ugh.
I've been hodling Arthur since the fucking dark times, man. That's the greatest player I've ever played in my life.
I think a most improved player that would fly under the radar, because I do think Ultra's a great pick and I think the weapon's a great pick. But there, we have these players who settle into a routine of being consistently top 40 or 50, and they show up for a few years and then they go to college and you kind of forget about them. Preeminent has had an amazing year in which he has distinguished himself from the level beforehand, where he was this consistent top 50 player. They were showing up and taking names, but also a little consistent. And they have really, really, really put it to another level this year in a way that, look, I know the rankings, I'm a little bit biased, but it is like they've made it show up. It's a ranking year where a lot of players are going to have ranks that seem to be products of the environment changing around them. And I think with Preeminent specifically, you can say that they also trended up in relation to the field. And that really shows. In terms of selling stocks, oh man.
What bad investment did you make?
What bad investment did I make? To think about that one.
It's really hard to say.
He's never made a bad one in his life.
You've
never made a bad one in my life.
It's so hard to say. So it's so hard to say someone because you just feel like an ass.
I'll be brave. I'll actually be brave. I'll be brave about this one. It's only by relation, and he did get like his first kind of major win. But I think that something in me thought this was the year Josh Man was going to really do it, like really, really win a super major. And I think it's hard to say that because he's still playing really well. He's still a really top player. But when he did the retirement announcement, we all were like, this is it for him. And I think all of us believe in him enough to think that he could just dash dance these fucks into losing. And he hasn't shown that yet. And
honestly,
I'm waiting
when he
for
announced
him.
retirement, I thought the opposite. I sold. I was like, Josh Man needs to be kind of maniacal in his belief about something.
That's fair.
To succeed. And if he's like halfway out the door, I mean, I'd never seen a halfway Josh perform as well as 100 Josh.
Then I'll say that you were smarter than I, but I definitely had some feeling of it, like he's gonna do it this year, and I still think he can. But
it's okay.
But
My
I would
bad
sell him
investment
right
as
now.
always was Crudo.
I would sell him right now. I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Jack, the last time do you want to go?
Oh wait. Oh, actually, I thought you were holding. I thought you were holding Arthur.
No, that was a different
No,
thing.
I've got
Oh,
an
that's for
answer.
Curtis.
So-
Yeah, run yours.
Yeah.
We're going Dark
The
Jen.
last time I info dumped, you accused me of looking at my screen, so I'm going to blindfold myself as I dump all this information
Oh
because it's
my
straight
God.
from my head.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Proof is in the
Well,
pudding.
that's not a
Ready.
blindfold.
It's not a
He's ready,
blindfold.
Jack.
Hold up.
He's going debate mode.
Here we go. We good? Can you hear me?
We
Ooh,
great.
can hear you.
Ooh,
Great.
or a loss.
Okay. So, the state of Kansas is my buy. Rishi has been a top 100 mainstay for the last, 7 or 8 years, ever since he defeated Rishi at Full House so many years ago in round 1 pools. Today and this year is the year he will finally do it. He is on the top 30 ballot. He is definitely going to make top 50 at the end of the year. He has 2 wins on Preeminent, 2 wins on Dial M over several different tournaments. He is one of the most committed grinders. He runs tournaments in his fucking house for all of Kansas to go to. He's been doing this for years. And finally, after, over a decade of hardcore grinding, will Kansas' star finally make his light on the top 100. Following behind him is one of the most evil and demonic Marth players to ever touch the controller. He makes E-Poodle look like Zane in how demented and
Oh,
twisted
God.
he is when he throws out F smashes and grabs. I am talking about Firebolt, CG Firebolt, who beat a fucking Donkey Kong player as his landmark win at Run Don't Walk in Iowa only 4 or 5 weeks ago. Both of them are going to make top 100. Firebolt is going to gobble, and he is going to have a terroristic run when he beats all your favorite players and makes them look like they're 0-2ers. Okay. I'm also going to sell Europe as a continent. Because
I like that. I like
That's
that.
got to be 20 points.
So here's the
That's
thing, right?
Awesome.
Fred Melee
destroyed.
is traveling right now. He just won a tournament over Juicebox and Frostbite, and he is like, he also has Dial M1 because Dial M was crashing out, played Captain Falcon. Jamie is getting some pretty good wins, beat Adwan, Bonfire, etc. Garden Brawl, they're doing fine. The problem is all of the Europeans are not traveling. They are quiet quitting. Nikki is going to nothing. Trip is going to nothing. Max is going to nothing. Frenzy's going to nothing. Every European you can think, like I4 is going to be more active than Nikki this year for top 100. That's insane. I4 plays doubles. Why is this happening? Why did you quit?
The real way you know it's bad is that I4 is playing friendlies with Triff. That's how bad things have gotten.
No,
She
no
would
worries,
not
that's fine.
fucking touch. No. This is based in fact. Triff has posted dozens of screenshots asking I4 to play with him, and she goes, "No thanks. Nah, I got a Peach who's more fun for me to play with," and she's playing with Triff. Now that's how you know things have gotten bad.
No. B-Bats.
All right.
But for actually, as a reaction, Justin, very good. I bet you did not read that.
I don't know.
B-Bats.
I think it was in his shirt. All right. No, okay. My most improved. I'm gonna be dropping a few quick ones here because I'm shouting out my scene because I'm here for my people, right? I'm gonna tell you guys right now that Tri-State in the Northeast in Rivals 2 has gone from good to being by far like they were arguably the best region all of last year. This year they've become insane. Like you had number 40 in the world Yoda Cage, top 8 Evo. Like that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Dude had not come near a top 8 at a major previously, and then just pulls that out of his hat. You had like 5 people either from Philly or from Jersey in top 8 at Evo. You had an absurd runs from all of us. And let me just say right now, because it leads into my selling. The West Coast is so fucking bad at this game. And every single time that they come to an event, it's actually so embarrassing because they all enter all their majors. They get carried to decent rankings because they enter West Coast majors. And then when East Coast players show up, I swear to God, it could be literally in NorCal where there's a few top 10 players and only one of them even grazes top 16. Like, it's actually some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like I can't fathom the fact that West Coast has even argued that they are like relevant in Rivals 2. Like it's literally embarrassing. Like I'm so angry about it.
You're getting nods and yeps from the producer, which I've never seen in the history of Fourside Fights.
No, because JD feeds it. They talk shit. They've spoken on it. They talk shit. There's people on the West Coast who've been carried to major wins by broken ass characters, and their character gets nerfed. They still talk shit, and they can't top 8. Where are they? Like, where are they located? Fuck! Oh my god, I hate this region. I hate that region so much. Great people though. Personally, love them.
Yeah, of course. So that's our report from Rivals of Aether. I'm gonna add a take before we move on to the next topic on who my most improved player breakout star of the year. I'll tell you, I think it might be Rat Monster.
Yeah, I did remember
that's easily
him
Rat
a little
Monster,
bit.
right?
Y'all are hipsters. You are not helping with my algorithmic detection by your choices, but I do respect your level of ball knowledge. Moving on to our next topic, it's time for Melee's favorite courtroom segment, Who's the Asshole? On one side, Ginger. On the other, Ontario's premier Ness player and part-time hardcore guitarist Joey Bats. I'm going to be honest, I did not see any of this drama on Twitter, so you will each need to explain your side and give context for the audience in case they've not seen it either. I'm assigning Dark Gen X and Kirby Kaze to defend Joey Bats, and Zane and B-Bats will defend Ginger. We will swap sides. We're doing a bad job. Let's begin with our opening case. Dark Gen X, I'm going to let you start.
I think that if you are playing Melee on ranked, basically
anything. Situation first. Can you
explain the situation? Here's the stage. Ness is a terrible character. I know that, there are some people who think Ness has some stuff. I think Ness is okay, but Ness is really bad. And a lot of characters can really exploit that Ness is really bad, such as Falco, because Falco has a little gun that you shoot pew pew, and Ness has very few options of dealing with it. Kirby Kaze, I know that you have a very strong Ness, and I'd love to hear your takes on the Ness Falco matchup. But the point is, Joey Bats was playing in a way that he believed would help him win versus Ginger, and Ginger was being very upset about it because Ness has pretty limited options, and he wanted Ginger to approach. And so Ginger thought that Joey Bats was playing like an asshole, and they got into a spat on Twitter about it. And Joey Bats posts the clip on Twitter and gets a bunch of quote retweets and hundreds of likes because people are all saying Ginger's an asshole, or Ginger's in the wrong, Ginger's in the wrong, Ginger's an asshole, yada, yada, yada. Personally, I think that Ness is one of the lamest characters in the game because most low tiers are the lamest characters in the game. Not because they are tools. It's not because their tools aren't good enough.
Not because they're easy, but because they're hard.
Yeah, it's like they don't have the tools to compete, so they have to resort to camping in a lot of situations to try to win out of situations. And because of that, I don't think it is lame of Joey Bats to be playing passively, especially against a Falco 1 FD. What I do think is lame is when you post the clip on Twitter and then all the people who are making it about them, they don't care about Joey Bats. They're making it about themselves. And Joey Bats looks like the villain because he is posting about an actual interaction he had with the player, which he thought was going really negatively. And all of these jabronis on Twitter and in the comments are posting their own Ginger sob stories and ranked netplay horror stories. And the truth of the matter is, genuinely, if you are going to play someone on ranked and complain about how they're playing and then go to their stream and say, GG's, smiley face, or wow, that was a really fun set after timing them out for 7 minutes, you probably are going to get flamed by the streamer. Whether it is Ginger, whether it is Salt, whether it is Mewtwo King.
I do want to ask you, Counselor, to allow your co-counselor to make his case as well. Kirby Kaze, I'm going to ask you to go after we have the opening
this is just
kind
like
of remarks from you two, Zane and B-Bats. Who wants to be the first counsel? We'll kind of
they have a lawyer on their team.
I'll let my co-counselor take a moment for a second.
All right, B-Bats, you're going to make the opening case for the prosecution. You are defending.
Go ahead.
May it please the court. Okay. All right.
It does.
I want to emphasize this right now. Okay. You have a Falco in the corner against Ness on stage. And it's easy. It's easy to look at that interaction and think, man, you got a low tier in the center and you got a top tier in the corner. The top tier's got to approach. You got to understand something, okay?
center stage camping is a fucking epidemic in this game. All right? You have people crouching. You have people dashing in the center. And I'm in the corner. Why do I gotta go towards them? And then, after being center stage camped for an amount of time, I would say unconscionable, you end up getting posted on Twitter. This guy standing there and just not fucking doing anything. So like I'm like, man, it's crazy. Now wait, actually let me I did not follow all of this. Were people actually hating on Joey Bats more than Ginger?
No.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I don't think that's an accurate summation of the situation. I have to say, people.
I'm
were
gonna
hating
ask
on
your
Joey.
co-counselor to intervene here and break some of our decorum.
No,
Zane, can you intervene and relieve
Please.
Billiam Bats?
I would like
He's
to
unfit
propose.
for court.
I would like to propose that the manner in which my opposing counsel has presented the situation is not only false, but deceptive, intentionally so. Let me actually set the stage here of what happens. Joey Bats posts a 58-second clip of him playing against Ginger and says that Ginger is shit-talking him. I ask you to listen to the clip and listen to what Ginger is saying. I ask you to hear the words Ness or Joey or Toronto mentioned a single time in those 58 seconds. And I guarantee you, you will not. What happens is that Ginger complains about an epidemic in our society. A lack of heart that we all agreed upon is one of the few things worse now than 13 years before that comes from not sitting next to your opponent at the setup. He complains about campers. He says they wouldn't do that if they were sitting next to me. He complains about the players on net play. He says they would never do this in real life. But does he complain about Joey Bats? No! Show me the evidence! Show me the Zapruder film. He got shot twice, sure, but from what fucking angle? I don't think we've seen it yet.
There was a second Falco on that stage.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Kirby Kaze, I need you to give the final defense of Joey Bats.
None of this would have been an issue if he just held the fucking ledge. Like the amount of time, the amount of free kills. That match dragged more because Joey just didn't edge guard. But I feel like the idea that we're not going to use the clock as a resource in a ranked set with something on it is ridiculous. Whether in real life, whether on ranked, that we're not going to use the tools we have to win the match and not play bad positions because we have the ability to shuffle the characters on the screen because we have time for it. That's insane to me. I don't understand how we can how we're on it and making a serious argument here. Yeah.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
I would like to introduce two personal anecdotes, and I know this breaks with decorum a little, but I do heavily feel that in this case, these are both not just relevant, but critical.
Okay.
The first is that the only time I have made masters on Slippy Ranked was because Joey Bats and I played each other 5 times in the course of a single night. And I thank him for those donations. I want it to be clear that I have great love in my heart for this man and this matchup. He beat me at Gommel when we played a money match. He fucked me up, I will say.
Let's go.
The second that I want to say, the second piece of anecdotal evidence that I wanted to introduce is skipping my co-counselor. You have it, right? Yep.
Wait, repeat one more time.
You know the story I was about to tell?
I'm going to be honest with you here. I need to hear it from you. I need to hear it.
Okay, great. Give me a second. Come back to me. Or we can move on.
Did you not?
I played J-Flex last night. And this is to show you that I have no great hate for the art of camping, because I tried to beat J-Flex on ledge grab limit because we were on Pokemon Stadium and he Shino stalled the entire transformation and I counted as he did it. And it was 47. And I was like, okay, I'm going to beat this guy. And then I lost it 30 seconds. I introduced these pieces of evidence solely to say that there is no character-based bias here. I understand the sides of both perspectives. And I simply think that we don't have all the facts. And in our society, we need to have beyond a shred of a doubt.
I've heard the arguments. What I need to know, though, as the last little bit on this topic, is what damages should be paid in restitution by the other side. So for the Joey Bats defenders, what does Ginger owe Joey if I were to rule in Joey's favor? And Ginger, as counselors, if I were to rule in Ginger's favor, what damages does Joey Bats owe to make Ginger whole? Dark Gen X?
All Ginger has to do is at Gommel, give him a fist bump, smile, and say, GG's, we played a good set. That was a very honest game. I really respect you as a player. That's all he has to say.
He needs to declare honesty and respect as damages?
That's crazy. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm sorry. This is punitive.
That is like prison. Like I actually can't even fathom that's what I just heard.
Ipengu and B-Bats, what restitution would Joey Bats owe Ginger if I were to rule in Ginger's favor?
I would make the argument here that Joey Bats either has to upload an entire combo video of Ginger shitting on him on probably like 8 million rank sets they've played, all set to the song See You Again. And if that isn't done, I'd just say prison. That's normally where we end up in law school.
Okay. So
Isn't
Joey
playing
Bats
Nest
has to make a
Falco
combo
punishment
video.
enough?
Oh, go for it.
Isn't playing Nest Falco punishment enough?
It's a pretty good
That's a
demonstration
pretty
of the
good
carceral
argument,
state.
Ipengu. I will let you make a counterpoint, but
Yeah,
you're in
it's
trouble.
time, it's time, sir.
You're in trouble now.
We didn't learn
Yeah,
that
I
one
do
in
not
Cobra.
believe. I do not believe in policing the words of men. We've dealt with this, or women, or anything else. We dealt with
Chill
this in the
out.
English community.
Nest is a child.
I don't believe in this. What I would like is for Joey Bats to buy Ginger a single slice of pizza in Toronto. He is known for his love of Toronto's pizza joints. I don't need him to say anything. I don't need him to express anything he doesn't believe. I believe one slice of pizza is an adequate metric by which we judge the value of one set of Melee.
In Toronto?
Joey Bats
In
loves
my-
Toronto pizza.
In my wisdom, I will offer both Ginger and Joey Bats this compromise between your positions. I do believe that the way to handle these online quabbles is to break bread in real life. I think you've hit it on the head, Zane. I'm not going to require that Joey Bats buys this slice. A subsidy would be in good faith, but is not required. But
You didn't get to the second part. Ginger has to buy him a slice too.
Very good. Okay, this is fine. But Joey Bats can be the guide to find the place. But I do believe, I agree with you, Kirby Kaze. To play Ness into Falco is a punishment almost as bad as death itself. So I will award the defense some on each side some points for your work. B-Bats, you will not be getting many points because you didn't really do very much.
No, I know. I'm kind of useless. I've been that way for a while.
Yeah, that's all right though. That's okay.
He
You had a
has
good
he has
co-counsel.
more years of law school. He's
Yeah,
learning.
I'm
right.
taking. I'm taking.
You joined law school for
persuasion
this.
I'm taking persuasion next semester, man. Come on.
You're not there yet. Okay.
I do have to
let's
say,
move on.
Avery in the chat right now, perfect grammar is crazy. That's all. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, done. Yeah, type in like my dad. All right, let's skip a couple topics ahead. JD, I want to get us to the end here. We're gonna go on to the final topic, a new experimental topic rooted in epistemic humility. What topic do you wish we had covered, and what's your take on it?
So earlier in the show, very early on the show, during the Toronto versus New York City crew battle, I brought up the idea that if FD was the only stage in the game, Fox would not be the best character in Melee. I have seen people bring this topic up for, I think, the last 10 or 15 years or so on, on Smash boards, on Reddit, on Twitter, on all these different sites, because like Fox is the best character in the game, as most people would agree. We've had stints where some people say it's Puff, crazy times. Some people say it's Marth. I want to know what people think. Do people think that if we ban, because we've been talking about banning Stadium because of the transformations and such. I want to know, do people really think Fox is that broken in a Cody Schwab #1 era that if we remove and strip the game of all of its other stages and solely play on the flat one, does Fox not become the best character in the game? Technically, half the cast is chain grabs on him. But his neutral is absolutely fucking ridiculous versus all these characters to the point where, Peaches don't counterpick Fox to FD despite having a 0 to death chain grab. What do you think? Do you think that Fox is the best character in the game if you don't have FD? Which I think it's no. I actually think Fox is like the 4th or the 5th best character in the game without FD. Or with only FD, sorry.
You think he's 5th?
4th or 5th.
Oh,
With only
grow
FD.
up, man.
With only FD.
With only FD. Only FD.
What are you talking about? That character, look at his moves.
You lost me there.
5th?
What?
He loses like 1.5 matchups on FD.
Have you considered that almost the entire cast, like the reason that Ice Climber's Wobbling was so good is because you get one grab as Ices on any character in the game and they just explode. No matter where they are on the stage, they just die. Have you considered that if you get a grab as Ness, as Game & Watch, as fucking Mario on Fox at 0% on FD, you can just kill them?
When?
You can, but it's not guaranteed.
With which characters?
It's not true.
Okay.
All the 0 to deaths you're describing are not true. And how are you finding that grab against Fox on FD? Where is she coming from?
You outplay them.
He'll merit you. He'll merit on your shield.
I believe
shield grab the narrow.
Donkey Kong
if we were like, there's 4 characters and they're all Pikachu and then it's Fox, then I would get what you're saying. That's the character who kills Fox on FD. All the other ones, I don't believe what you're saying.
But like,
yeah,
all right,
Peach
last spot, and then we're gonna give everybody a chance at this.
Yeah, the Peach chain grab, like a lot of these chain grabs aren't guaranteed death at all. Like some of them are, like maybe a third of them, a quarter of them are, but like a lot of them don't do what you're describing. And I think that Fox is set. The fact that he kills at such like consistent percents is a really big deal.
Like nowhere to land.
I'm closing the door on this mini topic. B-Bats, do you have a mini topic that you wish we'd done?
Oh God, I wish you talked more about Rivals. I love Rivals of Aether too. Anyone here know anything about Rivals?
They're adding
Let's go ahead and mute
they
B-Bats.
killed a kid.
We're gonna server mute B-Bats and move on to Elemental Penguin.
Great. Kirby Kaze earlier mentioned that he would be selling Falco as a character this year. And that actually gave me pause, not just as a Falco main, but as an avid watcher of Squid's YouTube channel. Squid has been dropping legendary Falco content, instructive Falco content for all of the mid to high level Falcos, the low level Falcos, every single matchup, neutral plans, etc. I will say, my question is not actually, should we be selling Falco like in general, and Squid is a counterpoint to that. My question is Squid helping Falco or hurting Falco? Because that content is available to everyone. And I did a wave dash shine back against a Marth at OS, and he went, "You've been watching the Squid shit." And I went, "Oh my God, they're in our walls." I don't know whether Squid has good plans for Falco or whether the Yoshi and the Squeech are just lurking this entire time. In general, I wonder, is popularized educational content about a character largely beneficial for that character because that audience watches it, or does it end up harming because it homogenizes the strategy? That's something I'm interested in.
Quick responses from each of you. What are your takes?
Net gain. Because Falco needs effective metagame developments that help structure his play in more spots. The problem is he's so chaotic and all over the place because there has been so little of this.
Basically, with Kirby Kaze on this, there are a bunch of mid or high level Falcons that I've played numerous sets with on ranked who at very long amount of times I would just 3-stock 2 games, just LRA start, just quit out on me, and now they're actually putting up fights. They're following game plans. They're shining my they're shining me on shield. They're doing the jump shine, wave, go back to platform, waveland back on shield, F smashing. Like, they're following plans. I think a lot of Falcos tend to think about the game in terms of fast followers and trying to be the next Mango. Now the ones who are struggling with mid tiers, instead of complaining and going to play RuneScape for 33 hours, are now going to watch Squid videos and putting up a fight.
B-Bats.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in more data about a character helps the character base more than the opponents of the character base. Inherently, you just have a lot more time to worry about your own character than anyone has to worry about yours. Like it's just a game of math, right? Like if there's 10 characters you have to worry about now, 11, 12 if the person you're playing is under 16 years old. And like it's pretty crazy that like there can even really be a negative to like a character base actually deciding one time in their fucking life to attempt to be good at the game.
Whoa.
Zane, of course, none of these pundits have accounted for the literacy rates among Falco players.
Thank you, Jack.
Fuck!
They are heavily assuming that they are able to type the word squid into YouTube and effectively navigate to those videos. I think most of those views are absolutely frustrated Fox players. Unfortunately, they will also not internalize any of the.
I think it's mainly originating from Montreal, from one redhead watching
there you
on
go.
repeat himself.
All right. That brings us to our tiebreaker. Oh no, sorry, Kirby Kaze, you need a chance, I think, to do to have a discussion idea. Do you have anything?
I mean, I was probably just gonna do something with Falco. I'm good.
All right.
I don't really have anything.
I'll give you points as if you did it.
Okay, sick.
This is called efficiency of time.
The fuck did I just go through?
Kirby Kaze is so nice. It just goes to show. Loud does not equal win. Let's go on to our tiebreaker. I do like that you won Combo Breaker. That is
Me
cool.
too.
I'll give you some points for that.
I was so
like
you know there's a picture. Let me just quickly just say, there's a picture of me last year after I got second at Combo Breaker, and the entire time we're on top 8 stage, I'm staring at Cake holding his fucking trophy, and I'm just looking directly at the trophy behind him, and now I have my own, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah,
It's
I would
awesome.
be very happy if Combo Breaker had become a much bigger Melee event. I want them to be bigger than Evo. I'm sick of all these corporate sloppy events. Give me the Combo Break.
I do prefer Combo Breaker to Evo.
Let's move on to our next and final topic. This is our tiebreaker. The way the tiebreaker works is, of course, we're going to go from the person with the least amount of points up to the person with the most. Will go last because I have a recency bias, and that's your reward. But if you really flub on the tiebreaker and you're in the lead, you could lose the game. If you're coming from behind and you really wow me, you can win. So this is the point of the game where it becomes very fluid. So let's get it done. In the Odyssey, the Homeric epic, one of the most thrilling challenges Odysseus must overcome is passing the sirens. What sirens tempt the Melee community, or you personally, and how do you resist them? Let's start with Billiam Bats.
Okay. I think the sirens that tempt the Melee community the most has to be the call of trying to pick up a controller you don't want to play on. And I think that all these goddamn space animals just want to pick up Box so bad. And they always talk about Box. And everyone talks about Box. And then they just never do it. So then there's only like 6. And then those 6 are stupidly broken. But that's all they do. And they just keep hearing it. And then some of them buy a box. And then they have to resell their box. It's so sad. The economy for used boxes is just so depressing. Because you're just watching someone's hopes and dreams come into your lap, and then you don't play on it. It's a nightmare. So I think that to me, I would say that is the most obvious siren call.
Yeah, there's something about the saddest 6 word story is for sale, Melee box, never played. Kirby Kaze.
I would say the siren that tempts the Melee community the most is inaction or fear of experimentation. We have been running the same rule set forever. We have never really deviated from it at all. People are complaining about camping in Nest Falco, and we haven't even once considered the fucking clock. And I feel like we have a clock that is more than double the amount of time that an average match takes for like for 2 given characters, unless you have like an extreme outlier. And we're not even willing to look at this. And I think that's ridiculous.
Excellent. Elemental Penguin.
It feels crazy to say this, given how far we've come, and yet it's still true. The siren that tempts the Melee community, people will tell you they don't want it, but they do, is esports. It is still and has always been esports. every person who tweets about Melee being dead is comparing it to the metric of a game it has never been and never will be, based on a promise we held 10 years ago when we
Well,
numbers can go down, but you can go to your locals. There are shows like this happening. Walt is making fucking money on it. And the only reason anyone thinks otherwise and thinks that it's dying and thinks that commentators are not doing enough is because they are imagining a notoriety and obviously a cash influx that I personally gave up on 10 years ago. And I think people don't realize this is what they're asking for, but they are. How can you complain about this game? How can you complain about the scene we have? It's fucking insane today.
Very good. Dark Gen X, bring us home.
The siren call of the Melee community, the one that has, in effect, it has lifted us to its core as we are today and impedes us so much in our growth, is the era of the Five Gods. Mewtwo King last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, won a tournament over Wizzy, and it is one of the biggest things that has ever happened in the scene. People saying that, oh my god, hundreds of YouTube comments on all these different YouTube shorts saying Mewtwo King is back, the King is back, I can finally watch Melee again. What are you fucking talking about? There are so many people putting together such amazing, passionate projects in the scene right now. Amazing top players with some of the most ridiculous and wild storylines that we've ever seen in Melee. Luigi is top 10 for the first time. A 14-year-old DK, all of the different Walt stories. But also, we have majors, like out of the blue, became a major out of nowhere because of great networking and because of the heart and soul that Chicago and its TOs put into the game and networked through Genesis to make. That would never happen in the era of esports. And yet there are so many people who clamor for the era of the West Balls of a top player coming back and being the kings of the game again. I think that, yes, it's very nice having money. It's very nice having an organized esports effort, MLG era, thinking back to the doc, thinking back to all of the things that we had in the old days. Make your own roadshow. There is so much wonderful things happening within the Melee scene right now, and I think that people are hindered by the fact that they keep comparing it to the era of the Five Gods, which we're doing so much stuff. Like, hot swapping is crazy. We have Melee ranked now. There is so much insane stuff that the Melee community has put together over 25 years because of the soul and passion they decided to put in the game, and we are still hindered because we don't have Five Gods to look on. It doesn't matter that Zendaya's Athena is not listening and guiding us to meet our beautiful wife at the end of the rainbow. We have something beautiful in front of us, a bountiful, incredible greenland of nature to harvest. Let's actually harvest it and not pray to gods that are no longer there.
Oh yeah, that was kind of heat.
All right. I believe that that's correct. I believe that the siren call is nostalgia. I think, honestly, you could say, Zane, you could complain that Dark Gen X bit your shit, but all three of you gave good answers, besides B-Bats. You all referred to basically the same thing. A belief that we must obey the past and that the past was better and that we have things figured out in this way or another. So I'm going to say that the combination of all three of you, I want you at home to be thinking about the sirens. It's money, nostalgia, and lack of experimentation and innovation, a conservatism of your soul. And I'm going to give this win to the most passionate defender of the new, and that is Dark Gen X. Let's move on to our battle on Fourside.
Wait!
All right,
You know what? This makes sense for my day.
I have to mute all of you because you're gonna talk over Justin's space. All right, Dark Gen X, you have the stage.
Hello. I'm going to give them space in a minute. I just want to just say a couple things for the first minute of it. Are they not playing?
They gotta start fighting.
You have to die, Jack. You're still alive.
You have to run off.
Let's play.
Tell me what
You're
to
like
do.
the puppy that John Leguizamo throws off the cliff.
I like having one stock. I like pressing buttons. All right, you go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so I think a couple of things. I think that we've talked a lot about nostalgia, and just to go off of the last thing that we spoke about. I know that this is like a talk show and a lot of it is for fun. I think that it is genuinely a problem in the community that people tend to look into the past way too often and not try to build something new. I think that if you have a good idea for the game, and what the fuck is happening here, by the way? But anyway, if you have a good idea for Melee, and you want to make it a reality, if you think there is something within the community that can be changed, something within your local community, regional, major, whatever, people are generally pretty open to hearing you out. If you have an idea to make the scene better, just talk to people. Make things happen. Like, you have so much power as an individual, and a lot of this scene has been, it's grassroots. It has been built upon the ideas of one individual and then other people having, like, you know, joining them and really believing in what they stand for. And if you are passionate about something, literally anything, like, it would be like Lucky Stats as an example, and the entirety of Full House all came out of like 2 or 3, like 3 people just having an idea like, hey, we want to make a super sick regional, and then we want to make a super sick major, and then we want to have an invitational like summit. We want to bring back summit. Like, and then in doing that, they didn't just like recreate summit. Like, there's many invitationals, like Downs Invitational, Exile Invitational stuff, but Full House is its own special thing because they decided that they wanted to do something. Like, they have gripes with SBM rank. They want to make their own idea of a rank, like Lucky with Lucky rank, and they want to make their own cipher because they didn't like how Super Major and PG stats did their stuff. So they made one of their own. If you have a cool idea, just run with it. Make stuff. You know, you have the ability, you have the power. That's my my take on Melee.
Got anything you want to shill?
Anything I want to shill? So it's funny because I guess this is like, it's not really a spoiler if you're following results. I'm going to be top 30 this season for the summer, and I asked if I could be on, I could have my Letterboxd as my secondary like social media account instead of my Twitch, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. If not, I have a Letterboxd at Darkgenix as well. Do you think that they have to share pizza, by the way? Do you think that they share pizza, clocks, resource, all that stuff? I'm actually going to be dropping a couple of videos very soon. I have a long form, like Wolf Glick style, egg dog run video coming up that I'm sorry, I can't concentrate. This is awesome. I can't concentrate. This is amazing.
Hey, you got to keep going or they're going to stop.
Sorry. I have a YouTube. Okay, basically, I'm making like long form content. I am paying editors. I have a team. I'm dropping an amount of money that you probably don't want to know on this stuff. I want to encourage other top players to make content. So I'm going to be dropping YouTube videos and stuff soon. Support your scene, support your locals, all that shit you already know. If you're watching, if you've made it this far, you already know all this stuff. Convince your friends to do it too. The scene's out because of you. I also think we should have an airtime limit and probably some sort of camping. Oh wait, hold on, they're moving. We got some motion. Okay, up tilt. Get stuck on the platform though. Okay. A little bit of moonwalk on the. Oh, the UFO disappeared. This is disclosure day. All right. Non-PR New York City player versus one of the former top 100, one of the best to ever do it, person who is top 8 super majors, a person who top 8 Evo, and the up tilt and the dare. Is E Pengu gonna do it? Gets the ledge trap, and again just stuck on the ledge.
He does
There's
it
2
here,
ledges.
he'll never shut up about it.
E Pengu really, he wants this. This is his Jack Zillamar moment. Can he do it? Air dodges away from the nair. He's shooting his gun. He's shooting his gun, gets the dare, perfect DI. No way!
Hey, congratulations, Billy Bats, the worst pundit, but still the best on the sticks. It all still works. Welcome and goodbye for anybody that's coming to Fourside Fights. We'll see you next time. Bye.